Hello everybody, we're back with more Evil Within 1. So we're going to continue here. Go into the next room over there. Right. Uh-oh. So, this door is locked.
Better hide.
We've got to get in this locker. You just want to use your sneak. Sneak command. That wasn't necessary. Eventually he'll turn into like Tasmanian devil here and he'll zip out. And there he goes. And after a second, he can leave. So, stay behind this corner here. Freaking out down there. So you're going to see a little eye icon pop up once it gets a little closer here. When it's really narrow like that, it means he's patrolling, but he's not quite aware that you're there yet. And it'll get bigger, the eye, once he's aware and chasing you. But it's an indicator. You can go this way over there, but there's nothing over there really. So it's better to go this way. We can grab a bottle here. See what he's going to do. There's a couple of ways over there you can get to the same location. Just we're trying to head over here. But it's a little more difficult. So is he going to come straight across, or what is he going to do? Yeah, he's coming over here. Move here a little bit. You can't hesitate too much here. Going to go ahead and toss this. Once he starts going for it, we got to start going for it. Let's get over here and just keep moving forward. In the harder difficulties, you need to pick up this bottle here. And there'll be a box or a crate here that you need to break to get through. This guy can kill us, so just being quiet and slow. But you'll need to use that bottle to break a crate on the easier difficulties. Easy, casual, and normal, it's not there. Once we get inside here, we're safe. And we'll get a checkpoint. Okay. So this next little segment, as soon as we go through the door here, is going to be kind of like a little hold forward segment and just run away. You can die here at 60 FPS, so we're at 61. So you can die here even at 60 FPS. A trick you can do, which won't apply to how I've had you set the game up if you've watched my config and tech video, because I had us, unlock the frame rate with the game and then lock it in the game, lock it in the graphics card to get it either at 60 or 61. But if you don't do that and you're just relying on the game's 60 FPS, you can go into the options here and go over to graphics, go down to hardware settings. And like I've mentioned, we're not technically in 30 FPS, we're in unlocked state. But if you would be in 60 FPS, you would turn this to 30, get through this scene here, and then switch it back to 60. That would be a way to avoid a death here. I'm going to try to just be quick here at 60 FPS or 61 FPS and see if we can get through it. Might have to do it a time or two or whatever, but this is one of the spots in the game where you can die at 60. So here we go. Still got the bottle in his hand. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay, I think. Should be good. Just keep holding forward. It all has to do with how he decides to animate when he's chasing you. Because he kind of stumbles forward and swings his chainsaw, and he can kill you right before you get over the table, the little bed.
Find myself within darkness twisting me around. There is nothing I can do. This world doesn't spin, it just turns itself around and around. The night chokes tight in the noose.
There's that spike I mentioned earlier. All right. So this part right here, this is where our leg is magically healed somehow or another. We don't have the cut in our pants anymore, and he's walking normal. So doors swinging down there. So yeah, our leg is officially healed. Time to leave.
Where's Joseph? Man, I'm sorry, but you never came out. I'd waited, but... Please, settle down, Leslie.
Settle down, Leslie. Settle down, Leslie. Settle down, Leslie.
Shit! There's no going back.
That happened quick.
Damn it. Are we cut off from everyone?
Everyone must be dead.
Everyone all right back there?
Just a few bumps. We're fine. 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 Fine.
We will be once we're far away.
Fine.
A little further and we'll be fine.
Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine.
Fall! Fall!
Look out!
Fall! Fall! Fall!
No. Chapter 1. Alright. So, I'm going to save a new slot. We'll be starting Chapter 2, Remnants. Next. Sometimes running away is the best strategy. Yes. Where are you going? Can I get some help in here? Not that kind of help. Okay, here we are. Okay, so this is the first, I think, newspaper we get. Bodies found. Bodies found in Lakeside Town. Cause of death remains a mystery. More than a dozen mutilated bodies found in village of Elk River. Several residents unaccounted for. Okay. Very similar to something that you'd read, you know, in a Resident Evil game. Look at this guy in the bottom down here. So he's got like a paper bag on his head or something, like black marker for a face. I can't read all this other stuff. You can't Crimson Post with a K. You can't spin it around or anything. Then next to it here, this stuff, it's a little bottle with a brain for the icon there. This stuff is called green gel, brain juice, whatever you want to call it. This is what you use to upgrade your abilities in the game, which you'll see pretty soon. So we're going to be grabbing a lot of this throughout the game, bottles of it. There's different size bottles too. I'm going to be referring to this stuff as just Mountain Dew. That's what I'm going to be calling it. So we'll be picking up a lot of Mountain Dew in this game. This is our first one. So we have 100 Mountain Dew right now. We still can't access like any inventory screen yet, but we will be able to.
Hello? Anybody there?
Eventually we'll be able to. I didn't mean to punch there initially, but I did, and it moved me forward when you swing your punch, you walk forward like pretty far, so I accidentally did that and it transitioned. So yeah, there's this weird like kind of blurry delay effect. Ew, there's nasty bugs in there. Is there something in there? It was like something shining. Something's definitely shining in there. Oh, okay, sweet. 300 gel. Wow. I don't know that I knew that was in there, to be honest. Some extra gel. So this area that we're going to walk out into here, this is kind of the safe hub of the game, which you will see.
Are we awake?
Is everyone else all right? The city.
Whatever are you talking about? You are the only soul here. Right now.
Okay. Nurse lady. So you can see this weird Blair Witch looking symbol a lot too in the game. I don't remember exactly what it's referring to. There's more of them over here. It's like an eyeball or something, kinda. With like a spike going through it or whatever. Got
Hello? Anybody there?
just a mirror, Sebastian. Unless it's a talking mirror. Will you save us and take us out of here? Nope. Okay. Don't believe we can do anything with these doors. Nope. Every time you come back here, though, like, things tend to be different, and
What the hell is going on here?
so it's good to check areas. So that's our room. There's a little mop bucket.
A hospital.
This place is necessary for you. You're always welcome here.
I've been hospitalized.
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. Please, sign in here.
In a minute, lady. So this is Tatiana Gutierrez, I think her name is. It's definitely Tatiana. Tatiana. She's the resident waifu for the playthrough. She'll be in Evil Within 2 as well. What we got here? Confidential patient file. Let's just click it real quick because this is a focus command. When you see this symbol, usually it's off to the right a little, and you hold the interact key, he'll like focus in on a particular thing in the game wants you to look at. I'm gonna click it real quick. She says something.
Without signing in, there is no way to ensure your future memories.
Right. I wanted to let go of it because if you continue holding it, she kind of gets cut off in the middle of that conversation. So I wanted you to hear it as a continuous sentence. So this is where we can save. We've already saved. Every time you end a chapter, you get to save before you start the new one. But we're going to go ahead and overwrite our chapter 2 save here. Okay, so we're allegedly an hour and 3 minutes into the game. So, okay. After you do that,
This way, please.
she presses this button for you.
Smells like medicine.
Before we actually go in there, let's look back here. Over here is where you can find more newspapers later. When you do level transitions or when you come back here at different times in the game, you'll find different newspapers sitting here. I think at one point there's even one laying up here on this empty space that you have to pick up. Grandfather clock. And then over here you'll find the wanted posters will show up right here in the middle. Wanted posters, missing posters. And look at this. We're just spoiled in this game, you know. They're not giving us just one gramophone, but we get 2 gramophones. Can't interact with it. So yeah, got us another gramophone. So nothing else to do right here. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything that I can find. For those of you that have played this game or just, you know, are familiar with it, you know, I'm going to play stealthy for a lot of it just so I can maintain resources and stuff like that. I haven't played this game in a long while, so and I haven't practiced, so my skills are going to be what they are. As far as upgrading, I've got kind of a general idea. I know the things to really kind of pay attention to. I just don't know when and how much I'm going to upgrade them necessarily, or in what order. We'll get to that when we get to that, but I'm not going for like a particular build or like shotgun only or anything like that. I'm actually going to, if you've played this game, there's a weapon you get called the Agony Crossbow, and when you play on casual or survival, the difficulty I'm playing on, you don't necessarily need to use that weapon to succeed and beat the game. You can use it mildly and not even really upgrade it too much and be fine. You definitely are going to need it for like a Kumu and Nightmare. But if you've played the game and you're familiar with the game, you soon realize the Agony Crossbow is one of the best weapons in the game, if not the best weapon in the game. And I would also say, you know, matches are extremely invaluable in the game, which there's a limited resource of. We'll get to that when we get to that. But I'm not going for a particular build, but with the Agony Crossbow, I do want to try to get better at it, so I am going to try to gear myself towards being useful with it, so that I can utilize it more, because I've kind of ignored it throughout my multiple playthroughs a lot, and I'm not very good with the crossbow, but I know I need to get better at it, so I would like to play with it more. But you know, I'm definitely going to focus on the handgun and the shotgun to some degree. The shotgun I don't think you want to worry much about until the mid-end of game. But I love shotguns in these games, just like everybody else does. But yeah, I'm going to be stealthy to some degree, you know. We'll just see, you know. Okay, so she comes in here once you walk in here.
You are all right. Please, relax. Please, have a seat.
So once you're in here, this chair is where you sit to upgrade. And you're able to see how much gel you have to use, and we have 400 right now. You can also see this in the inventory screen, but we don't have an inventory to access yet. So, back behind this chair, if you noticed on the ground here, there's a square little tablet. This happens to be the first map fragment that you can find, which I've talked about in the introduction video. And in the first gameplay video, there's going to be links to guides about the collectibles, so you can look there in the first gameplay video. I don't put the links in all the videos of the series, I just put it in the first one. But there's like 28 we can see here. Let's escape, go to archive, and then tab to map. Just past it. So this is fragment 1 of 28. Once you find all of these, you unlock weapons, which I've already discussed. I won't go into detail again. Just go watch my introduction video. You can learn all about what you get, but you definitely get weapons for it. So we have, what have we got so far? Let's start at the beginning. We have 2 regular documents, 1 map fragment, and 1 newspaper called Bodies Found. And then we still have the ordinary keys that we took from the sadist butcher dude at the very beginning. But this is easily missable, and I don't know for sure that when you come back here later that will still be sitting there. So if you don't pick it up now, you may not be able to get it until you play a new game or New Game Plus. So it's easily missable. There's a few things like this, map pieces and whatnot, that are easily missable. And a lot of times they're on floors like this where they're very hard to distinguish between the item and the ground. So yeah, that's the first one, right behind the chair. Alright, so we'll do what she says. It's a nice chair.
What the hell?
Was a nice chair.
You mustn't fight it. This is for your own good.
No. Stop.
Okay, so upgrade. Upgrade skills. Now they show a big bottle, a big jar of the bottle. Or a big jar of the gel. Green gel can be used to upgrade individual skill parameters. So we have to spend 100 initially to unlock the chair, basically. So it's $100 for your first torture session that you didn't know you were going to get.
There now. You see? All better.
Lady, am I going crazy?
Now what makes you say that? I'll be waiting.
Those groans from Sebastian are the best. This is funny here too. It looks like he's literally crawling through the fire. Like, you know, just casually. Getting burned alive.
Shit.
Focus.
What the hell is going on?
Chapter 2 Remnants. So you focus here. I kind of waited too long to do it there, but it'll...
Where are you? Connolly.
Okay. It'll zoom in on over here and zooming in on this item. So new item acquired, controls U to use, whatever. Now this is a syringe, and in typical fashion, especially in horror games, you know, you can't heal yourself by like popping a Mentos or something. You know, you got to stab yourself brutally in the arm with something, you know, sharp. So this game uses this syringe, and it says the origin of the medication in this travel syringe is unknown, but it provides moderate health restoration. So the attributes are, I guess, 30 health is what you get. Recovery of 30 health points. So yeah, that thing looks pretty brutal. Alright. Accessing the inventory, press your inventory key, and then equip and use the item shortcuts. So now that we've picked up an item, we have an inventory at the moment. So we'll look at that. So you bring this up here. We're going to see the thing on the left over there normally when we come out. Whenever we run here. So the white bar is your health. That's just how much health we have right now because we're hurt. And it can be filled higher all the way up. The gray circle will indicate an item you have equipped to use, or what weapon you're using is active will be there. And then the green bar is our stamina, and you start the game off with 3 seconds of stamina. So you can literally like hold it for 3 seconds. And then when it runs out completely, this is what happens. You completely stop, and you can't move, and he's got to get his breath back, and then you can start moving. So it's a really bad thing to ever let your stamina run completely out. because while you're sitting there getting your breath back, an enemy's coming up on you and getting ready to beat you down. So you kind of got to monitor your stamina just like you would monitor your stamina in, say, Dark Souls, for instance, so that you can block and do attacks. So never let it completely run out if you can. Just keep your eye on it. Once it gets kind of to the end there, you want to let it go and let it rebuild. You'll actually hear Sebastian breathe. Listen here. That right there. Once you hear him go, "Urgh," that means he's getting ready to get exhausted. So you can use that as an audio cue as well to know when you should start letting off the run and letting it rebuild. But you start off with 3 seconds time, and in the Microsoft Store version, GOG, maybe even Epic Store or whatever, all the versions except for Steam of this game that have the slight patched version, I think the default stamina is like 5 seconds because people complained about it, so they changed it from 3 to 5. So that's what this stuff means. You can see it now. It's got our item equipped because we're by default on the syringe because it's all we have. So that's why that's there. So you can use it directly from here by just clicking on it. You can either press the use key right now and it will use it, or you can left click it and it will use it. It shows we can have a maximum of 2 right now, which we can increase later. And we have 1 on hand, which we're getting ready to use because we're hurt. We need to fill our health up to here, and we can increase our health, which would wrap further around here, but really you don't want to mess with wasting your gel on increasing your health. There's better things to spend it on. And another thing worth mentioning is if your health is low and you are planning to use skill points, your gel, to increase your health, wait until you're almost dead, because when you increase your maximum health via the chair, it automatically refills your health to full, so you can use it as a free heal option. So we'll see other things pop up here around the circle. It's kind of one of these quick, what do they call these things? Action wheels. That's not the proper term for it. Quick wheel, you know, dial systems in a game that just pops up. You can see how much gel you have. If you have any keys, it will show them for lockers. You can assign up to 4 hotkeys for different keybinds in this game. So you can put things on either 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can even do it with health. So like if I press 1 here, it'll put it on 1. If I put it on 2, 3, 4. So then if I press 1, 2, or 3 when I'm playing the game, he'll just automatically heal. It's best for the weapons to go on here. You're going to get 4 or 5 weapons in the game. So it's meant to be for weapons, because once you use the heal, this disappears and it won't stay already bound to the shortcut anyway. You'll have to rebind it later. So don't worry about binding health items. You also get health medkits, which I should mention. These are meant to be used, obviously when you need them, but they're meant to be used during boss fights and stuff. When you get medkits, they fill you to full health, but they cause you to be like staggered and kind of hallucinate for a while, and you can't really control Sebastian good. So you really don't want to use full heal medkits in boss battles. They're meant to be used when you're safe. Always remember that, because trying to do so will likely get you killed in a boss fight. Save your syringes for boss fights. So that's pretty much it for this. The other thing worth mentioning, I can show you here because the fire is animated. When you use the weapon wheel is what they generally call it, like in Doom. It's a weapon wheel. When you use the weapon wheel, it slows the game down. So you can see the fire is like slowly burning, as opposed to now it's like really burning. It doesn't affect it like in the frame rate up here, but it's essentially like slowing the frame rate of the game down. You can't control Sebastian because the movement keys don't do anything. but you can still be attacked and hurt when you're in your inventory. So you can't, if you want to pause the game, you need to press escape and get to this screen. Then you're paused and nothing can mess with you. But if you just bring up the inventory, you can be killed. It just slows time down. It gives you an opportunity to craft things, because you can craft in this game. Heal yourself, things like that. So there's a gel here that you can pick up that's kind of hidden. Sort of, not really. So there's another 200. Okay guys, I've gone over my timer here, but I've had a lot to talk about with this game. Just a lot going on, so you have to bear with me a little bit. There's a fair amount of things to discuss in this game. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next part. Bye.